While many were overjoyed at the news last month about the Vatican's new blessing for same-sex couples, others were disappointed that the Church didn't go further in acknowledging the validity of same-sex marriage. Now, in the document released by the Vatican, along with the news that priests could now bless same-sex couples, it did reaffirm that marriage in the Church is between only a man and a woman. The question of whether this marks a legitimate step forward towards the acceptance of LGBTQ plus people and relationships still hangs in the air, both in religious circles and elsewhere. Joining us now to discuss the reaction to this new same-sex blessing from the Vatican is John Longhurst, a journalist with Canadian Affairs. Mr. Longhurst, thank you very much for joining us on Forum Daily.
You bet. Welcome.
In your reporting, what was the response of LGBTQ plus Catholics to the announcement?
The ones I spoke to were happy, ecstatic, they were celebrating, but at the same time, they recognized that this doesn't go as far as they would like it to go.
And when you say doesn't go as far as they would like it to go, that would, I would assume, mean actually being able to marry same-sex couples in the Catholic Church. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes. Yes. They would look forward to a day when their unions could not only be blessed by priests and bishops, but could be welcomed and sanctified within the Church itself.
And what exactly does it mean, and what does it entail for a same-sex relationship to be blessed, but not for a marriage ceremony to occur? What does that blessing mean and entail?
So when I talked to a couple of bishops here in Winnipeg, where I live, and to a local priest, they were pretty clear on explaining that they bless all sorts of people. They like to bless people. Blessing is something that they see as their priestly responsibility. However, they are not permitted, within the confines and guidelines of the Roman Catholic Church, to bless a same-sex union, to sanctify that union, and to say to the world it's okay. They can bless the individuals in the union, but not marry them and not sanctify their relationships.
And how was the announcement received internationally from bishops from around the world?
Well, that's an interesting point. The bishops in some of the world's developing countries, particularly in Africa, did not receive it very well at all. They saw it as blessing same-sex unions, as nearly sanctifying their marriages. And that is something that the Vatican then a few days later sought to clarify when they issued a 4-page clarification document, which reiterated that this is not about marriage. This is not about gay marriage, same-sex marriage. It is only about blessing people in their search for God and the search for the divine as individuals, as gay people.
And in your reporting, you note that one of the people you spoke with equated how the Church viewed Indigenous people in the past and how the Church views LGBTQ plus people today. Can you elaborate more on that viewpoint that was shared with you?
Sure. Yes, he was thinking about a time when the Roman Catholic Church, among other churches, viewed Indigenous people as less than human. And of course, nobody believes that anymore. That is certainly not acceptable anywhere. And he's thinking ahead to a time, 25 years, 50 years, 100 years, I have no idea how long, when the Roman Catholic Church will not see same-sex people, not see LGBTQ plus people as disordered, as outside of the normal bonds or bounds of what the Church teaches to be correct and right. So he's looking forward to a day when, for example, a future pope might apologize to LGBTQ plus people for the wrongs and errors of the Church at this time and in the centuries past.
In your reporting, you mentioned that it was largely seen as an opportunity to see the LGBTQ plus community as individuals rather than just as sinners. We have about 30 seconds left. Can you maybe elaborate on that transition?
Yes, for a long time, the Roman Catholic Church considered same-sex people to be what they called disordered, to be sinful. And they see this, the two that I spoke to see this as the church saying, that is not all that you are. That is not what you are. You are people loved by God who deserve blessings from the priests and who can be welcome in the church.
John, thank you very much for your time.
You bet. Thank you.